girl. Yeah, we're standing over your buck, man. No, I'm not kidding. Good girl, baby girl. Man. Get, girl, get. Get. Get, girl, get. Drag it to the car. Oh, hey. You want your buck? There's your buck. Good, great girl, good girl. Get it, girl, get it. That's it. That's it. Get it, girl, get it. Alright, cool. How far up before you hit your bloodline? Okay. Probably see your head snap in a second. Going this way?
That way, yeah. He went right up that.
Hey, find it. Come on, find it. She's like, this is not how we do things normally. Once we hit your last blood, let me know.
We got 100. We go up this right.
Gotcha. Yeah, thermal. Yeah, with the way thermals work, she'll be down in the lower spot before she goes up.
The hunter shot this deer in the neck with a compound bow, expandable broadhead, and he had already tracked it 800 yards to this road and then another 100 to 200 yards past this road. We decided to get on this deer as quickly as possible to try and maybe run it down and see if we could, get him to die of blood loss, because we have a lot of property to work with. And it was just his last-ditch effort because it is a really nice big buck. So when we show up, I'm starting my dog in the middle of a track, which I do not like, and she doesn't really know what's going on until we kind of get on the track and going down it, and then she commits. But you can see that here after she and I kind of start running. So the wind is real high this evening, and we're on top of a levee, which I'm sure doesn't make it any easier for my dog, but she seems to lock on real well, and we do have blood underneath her feet that is kind of easy to see. The end of this levee is where they backed out and called me, and so after this levee and around this pond, from that point it's all kind of fresh. Yeah, it's all kind of clean track, not stumped through, which is nice.
Okay. She'll correct herself.
This is something that I found interesting. The hunter tells me that they have blood on the levee further up than where we turned off the levee. And I'm like, oh, my dog will correct herself, just gotta give her space to work. And this deer went into a really thick area, and we were crawling in. So just check this out.
I got blood here. On those logs that are down. Got blood here. If you look on the log right there.
This is why I trust my dog more than I trust hunters. Even if they tell me they have blood going a different direction, I'll follow my dog for a little ways, because, more than one animal in the woods could be bleeding, and maybe the blood that they have and the blood that my dog is following do connect eventually, but I just give her space to work until she's just completely off, and majority of the time she's not off. We figure it out.
Yeah, I got blood there too.
And right here, further on down, my dog hops back up on the top of this levee, showing that their blood was connected, but my dog did connect it too. This is why I trust my dog.
Yeah, blood right there. Oh, there's nobody to go. Got a puddle of blood here. Means he stood there for a while looking over his shoulder. Blood. She's probably gonna circle. She's gonna probably bracket this pretty hard. Just hang out for a second. She's trying to find the exit out of here. Taking her back to your last blood. I got blood here. Let's see, backtracked. Okay, she'll figure it out. I gotta give it a second. Alright, she's checking every entrance. She committed. She probably smells it here. So I go back to you guys. Got a decent amount of blood here. Right there to the right. Blood here.
So that was cool to see if you paid attention to that long section there that was sped up. She blew past the turn to go where the deer actually went into the CRP, turned around, reset herself, and then checked every major deer trail looking for her deer. And then finally found the trail that the deer walked into the CRP field in, and immediately had blood, and then she committed. I didn't have the director, I didn't have to grid search or direct search with her. She did it all on her own. So it's really cool to see the progress and understand it. For me as a handler, I wouldn't have understood this last year. So it's cool to see the progress.
No, I haven't seen any. She's circling, trying to find an exit. I got blood in this bed. Blood in the bed.
After coming into the CRP field, probably 75 yards into it, my dog goes into full search mode, checking multiple deer trails, going a bunch of different directions, never committing to a way. I told the hunters just hang out, let her figure it out. They were trying to track blood with sight, and honestly, it's kind of nice to be able to leave them there and watch my dog do her thing. And she finally finds a bed with blood. I think there was 2 or 3 beds pretty close together right here with blood in them.
Yeah, she's on blood here.
So I believe this whole area is just a huge scent pool, and it just took her a long time to work it out, and I cut it out. And then after that, she picks a line and takes off.
Hey, I think I got your buck. It's staring at me. She's on him. I just lost his eyes. See that tree stand?
Yeah.
He was right underneath it.
He ran.
Yeah, we'll check. He's alive, standing up. He was. He was underneath this tree stand 2 seconds ago. He was right underneath there. Came out this way.
So I saw antlers, and then I seen eyes staring at me, and then the deer takes off. My dog obviously seen it. She wanted to go check it out, so I kind of pushed her that direction, and she tracked that buck for, I would say, under 75 yards. And then she starts going into search mode, searching everywhere, circling everywhere, just could not could not connect at all. And I'm like, what the heck's going on, man? Hey, so lesson learned, right? This happens more than once this season. I'm ashamed to admit that, but just because you jump a buck, it doesn't mean it's your hunter's buck. Check the bed before you just start chasing that deer. So I'm cutting out us searching and searching and searching for nothing, and then we go to that bed and there's nothing, and then we go back to where the deer stood up when Diesel was still tracking. Deer stood up, and we find blood there. So I'm cutting to where we restart my dog after a water break on blood, where I said we saw this buck.
Blood here,
right there.
Oh wow, that's good blood there.
yeah. Blood here. Blood here. There's a little speck right there underneath the leaves. Blood here. Blood there. Blood here. Blood. Blood!
I yelled blood real loud there, just because the hunters wouldn't stay with me and Diesel. They wanted to look for every speck of blood. And we actually just probably covered 150, if not more, yards right there with no blood. That I saw, at least, following my dog. And so when I saw a big clump of blood, I just went ahead and yelled for them to come all the way up here. So we come up to a water crossing. We have blood at the water crossing. I was not going to go swimming. I called the track. At this point, I did not think the deer was going to die, at least from the shot. In the neck, you have a windpipe and arteries that can kill a deer. And in my experience, those both kill a deer pretty immediately. You don't need a tracking dog. The last thing left to kill that deer would be infection, and that's it. So I told him that, the deer would probably live, and we called it. About a month later, he messaged me. He found the deer dead 100 to 200 yards from his stand where he shot the deer. We tracked this deer a mile in total with the dog and him included. We started about halfway in the track of his track, so about a mile included, all in the same direction, going away from his stand. So on the deer's own, it went all the way back to his stand and died. I do think it died a week, 2-3 weeks later of infection, but I honestly have no proof or way to prove that, or just my guess. So let me know if you think I left that deer dead in the woods. Do you guys track next shots 24 hours later instead of, a few hours later? It's a nice deer. I'm glad you at least got the head back. Yeah, curious what you guys think happened. Please like, comment, subscribe. It helps a lot.